Let us work together to uplift our communities, bring our people together, and stop the senseless violence that we have.
A violent weekend in Norfolk. Early Sunday, a fight at a house party on Killam Avenue ended with 7 people shot. 2 of those victims, 25-year-old Zabri Miller and 19-year-old Angie Knight, died at the hospital.
"19-year-old Angelina Knight was a bright, positive, and bubbly young woman who always wore a smile. Originally from New York, she attended Norfolk State University in Norfolk, Virginia, and was looking forward to her second year as a pre-nursing major. Angelina also had a passion for dancing and was a member of her campus's 2X dance team. Like most college students, she was looking forward to the upcoming weekend college parties and hanging with friends. Angelina could never have imagined that an event that would help unwind from the academic week would turn tragic. Around midnight on September 4th, police responded to a home on Killam Avenue near Old Dominion University. Upon arrival, they would find 4 women and 3 men suffering from gunshot wounds.
The shooting happened right around midnight. Police say 4 women and 3 men were found at the scene suffering from gunshot wounds.
The chaos will leave 5 people injured and 2 people dead, with the majority being students from the nearby campus of Norfolk State University. The victims were identified as 25-year-old Zabri Miller and 19-year-old Angelina Knight. A preliminary investigation revealed that there was a college house party at the location that had been advertised on social media. At some point, a fight broke out, and once the fight started, an unknown individual pulled out a gun and began shooting. Multiple firearms were said to have been used, including a pistol and what is being described as a long gun. Neighbors described a chaotic night with people running and screaming. A man who lives across the street heard several shots and was inside his living room with his family when the shooting happened. Bullets hit the porch and nearby cars and homes.
A woman who did not want to be identified told us she was at the party when shots rang out. She said the shooting started right after she gave Mcknight a hug and they got separated.
I didn't even know till I got back on campus and I realized, I'm like, okay, hold on. I haven't heard from Angie. Like, I'm calling, she's not answering the phone. I'm like, Angie.
The actual property owner, who says he was unaware of the unauthorized party, says to his understanding, the tenants whom he rented the home to were out of town on vacation during the time everything transpired.
We found the property owner who tells us people he rents to were traveling. It's believed someone who knows them knew that they would be gone and decided to have a party. The property owner, Dietrich Heider, tells us what he understood happened.
First, there was an unauthorized break-in. Then every person who entered that property was a trespasser. Then evidently they all had guns and started shooting. So this is a crime.
When you heard what happened, when did you first find out?
Sunday morning, I started getting texts when it hit the news.
And now that it has happened, what do you think? I mean, how does it make you feel? Do you feel violated?
We're living in a world that is not safe, and we have to come to grips with the fact that it seems like everybody's got a gun in their pocket, and that's not a good thing. Who needs to go out drinking and bring a gun with them to a party? Not a good person.
Angelina's cousin says her family is coping, but grieving and in disbelief and shock. Last year, they were celebrating her milestone, graduating from high school and looking forward to the next phase of her life.
She's a good person. You know, she didn't start any trouble.
Angelina Knight, known to loved ones as Angie, was just 19 years old. Born and raised in Harlem, Mcknight had just started her sophomore year at Norfolk State University. We spoke with her aunt at the family's home in Harlem.
Very much proud of her. She was a beautiful person inside and out. It's just unbelievable for her to be at 19 and have her life cut short.
Mcknight was a pre-nursing major at Norfolk State, one of the first in her family to go to college. She also loved to dance. She was a member of the school's competitive hip-hop dance team, and here she is at the African Day Parade in Harlem.
Forever Angie! Forever Angie!
Family and friends held a vigil in Harlem Monday night to honor the young life taken too soon.
Not everyone here is here to harm. We're here to love and to live, and just honestly put the guns down and get help because that is not the way that you show anger in life.
Selena Edwards says her great niece, Angie Knight, was from Harlem and a student at Norfolk State University who liked living here.
She loved it down here. She loved Virginia.
Edwards says her great niece was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Edwards lives in Norfolk and rushed over to the hospital shortly after the shooting.
Then my sister called me and told me that Angie had passed away. And all of us was devastated. We couldn't believe it. It's like a dream. We couldn't believe it because she was a good girl.
Police said the shooting happened when a fight broke out at the party. They have not released additional information about the investigation since Sunday afternoon.
And it's sad. I said, it don't make no sense. They take it out on innocent people. They mad at each other, but they shooting all over. Hitting other kids.
Mcknight was studying to be a nurse and part of an on-campus dance team with friends on campus and back in New York.
She was a good kid. I love her to death. We miss her so much.
Community activists and community members are holding on to their faith as they say the violence in their community has skyrocketed at an alarming rate.
Our city is in chaos, and we need to get it under control.
Less than 24 hours after the shooting happened, more evidence has been found.
We got bullet fragments that are here. These were found here at the actual building.
But the violence doesn't end there. Police also investigated a homicide on North Military Highway and a shooting on 18th Bay Street where someone was shot 3 times. Norfolk Commonwealth's attorney Ramin Fadahi is pleading to the community to come forward if they know any information or saw anything.
The best solution that keeps people out of graves and people out of prison cells is for people not to do these things. As far as these incidents, I will hold everybody accountable. We need the help of the community so that the Norfolk police can make the arrests and we can go to court.
And as crime continues to rise in Norfolk, police have not caught any suspects involved with these 3 incidents.
Local authorities, who emphasize that the shooting was not random, say they are working with federal officials in the investigation and say they are rushing the casings and any ballistic evidence to their federal partners using the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network. And the ATF has promised to rush them through so they can make any possible connections. In an interview, a Norfolk State student says the campus is shaken by the violence. She says, I'm now in my senior year of undergrad. I don't want to go to parties anymore. I don't want to go out. I don't want to be on the scene because there's always that chance that it could be me. In a statement on social media, Norfolk State's president said counseling is available to any students who need it. Family and friends of Angelina say there will be a candlelight vigil for her on Wednesday night at Norfolk State and have created a GoFundMe to raise funds for funeral costs. As of right now, there has not been an arrest, and police are asking anyone with information to come forward.